We're back and it's Friday. We made it. Oh my gosh, this feels weird. We're back in the kitchen. We already said goodbye though. What is this all about? I think my audio is good now. I'm just trying to adjust it. How was everyone's week? Happy New Year's as well, since I didn't really see you since the 31st. I hope everyone is doing okay. Welcome back to another wonderful day of cooking on Twitch. And I'm so excited to make all these things and eat them today. I'm so ready. Kimmers, thanks for being first as always. Welcome in, Michael. Mish, what the heck? First thing. 42 month in a row resub. She says, what? I say that too. That is so long. Like half a more year. And we're at 4 years. What? That's crazy. Valk, how are you doing? Welcome. Hello, Jenny M.O. Wait. Is that the Jenny that I know? Hello, Lady Grey. Welcome, Bonk. It's good to see you. I wasn't expecting you today, Bonk. I'm excited. You have an appointment shortly. You'll be back. Okay, Valk, we'll be here. Yeah, been waiting for you to get back to streaming. Gosh, Kate. Literally, yeah. Being 12 years old, like 4 years spent here, that's a lot of your life if we think of it that way. Oh man. I've had a good morning. I'm feeling good, friends. It's good to be back. I don't know, we don't even have to talk about what happened, but we're back. We're back to streaming. I'm excited. Holy, you're still not over it, Bonk. I'm so sad for you. Take the entire week off work because sick. Not COVID though, thank gosh. Yeah, right? It's just the worst feeling when it is COVID because like people like judge you differently, right? They're like, oh my God, COVID, stay away from me. But like a flu, oh, it's just the flu. It's literally the same thing. But I hope you get better. Get lots of rest. Drink lots of tea, eat lots of soup, all of the good things. I know it always like sucks though if you don't like have someone else around to take care of you. It takes a little bit longer to get better, right? You just don't have that extra love that you need. And yeah, I'm excited for what is to come this year. Sam should be returning here on Thursday next week. He did ask if he had to stay extra, but so far everyone has confirmed their shift for the other rotation, so it looks like he won't have to stay extra, so that's so exciting. And when Samo comes back, we'll celebrate like 6 years of streaming on Twitch, which is so crazy. What? 6 years of streaming, and maybe we'll do like White Dove's fancy meal redemption then. We'll see how the fundage is. But I know White Dove wanted like a fancy meal with king crab or something like that. Which is also very delicious, let's be honest. I think that's all I got, friends. Yeah, I heard back from the grocery store job. You guys remember me talking about that? So I finally got an email back from that company. I haven't messaged back yet just because I was having like a me day yesterday after the whole fiasco. Just like trying to recenter myself and get settled back here with the mindset. But yeah, I heard back from that grocery store job. So they're asking me, because I applied for like a bunch of different positions there because I was interested in a lot, right? She's like, how many positions did you like apply for? What do you want to do? I was like, wait, they're asking me what I want to do. Does that mean when I get there though, they're gonna say, okay, you wanted to do this, but you're actually doing this instead? I was like, I'm pretty sure that won't happen. So I'll definitely let her know what I do want to do for my preferences. And she like asked my wage preference and stuff for the job. I was like, what? This is an amazing email to receive. And then another thing is Sam was talking to some of the guys up at work this morning, and they're hearing through the grapevine that apparently I'm gonna be up there next rotation. So we'll see about that. All of the job postings closed today for B2 Gold. And I know all of the bosses got back yesterday, who I did email one. I'm like, hey, I'm being the squeaky wheel. Like, I want to work here in 2024 and I'll be an asset. So yeah, the one guy, Jay, he like drives the big ass like haul rock truck. He's like, if Kate's coming up and like we get her in our department, I'm training her on rock truck. I'm like, fuck yeah. So excited. So I have like lots of new opportunities. Isn't that so interesting when like one thing closes? And like I will say this one thing was like very toxic for a while. It's like you finally just have to like cut that cord though, right? And like what a better time than like the beginning of the year for me. So yeah, all good things, friends. I'll let you know how it goes for sure. Hoping to hear back obviously like next week. You don't usually hear back from people on the weekend. I'm sure they'll talk about where everyone should be hired within the company, and then I should hear back next week. Hopefully before Samo's home. Bonk, only one more day and you should be better. Finally. Holy shnikey. Mish, what are you saying? I'm not calling your curry balls not fancy. What? What do you mean? Okay, here's the menu for the day. And so like Bonk was suggesting, because we have like a little mod channel in our Discord, about doing maybe some like more budget style meals, just because I am home alone right now. And I will say like this meal today, also just like going shopping for groceries this week, I spent probably an hour on Wednesday night literally going through the flyer for every grocery store that I would shop at and seeing which store had the best prices. And so yesterday when I went to the store that I always go to, and they obviously had the best prices, so I wanted to see something, because usually you like scan your little points card and then like as they're swiping the groceries, it takes the money off right away, and then like your total is just whatever you saved. So I didn't scan my card right away. Are you serious? It's a new year and it's being like that? Meesh. But anyways, let me work on this quickly while I'm here. So I didn't scan my card right away. Why is it doing this? Ah! And I think the total on the receipt, I guess I can just grab it. It was like $112 or something like that, $112. And I was like, whoa. Yeah, because they don't put the total before what you save anymore, which I find so interesting. Okay, so yeah, I spent $85 on all the groceries for like literally reloading the fridge this week because I cleared it out 2 days ago, right? I was like, now I literally have to refill the fridge. Thanks, everyone. So I spent $85, but I saved $34. I saved $34. She like swiped all the things, we saw the total, and the cashier was like my age, let's say. And I like swiped my points and savings card, and she just looked at me. She's like, holy shit. Like she actually said that. We were both just like, what? That saved so much money. So I just want to say, if you're like as serious about me and like the grocery prices really bug you wherever you are, do your research. It honestly helps you save money. So you guys know I was like complaining for a while, spending a lot on groceries. Well, that really, really helped. Because like think about that. Well, you save the $35, you can put that towards something else in your life. Because like you were almost already gonna pay that anyways. Crazy. Okay, stream elements. Can we not today? Was the menu right though? So the menu worked, but the recipes didn't. I'm so confused. Let me just refine them. They are in Discord already. I just have to copy past them again. Okay, let's see. Boom. Be good. I'm trying it again. I quit. I quit. Why are you like this? Chat. I'm upset. How come the menu one works, but the other one doesn't? Okay, I'm gonna redo it one more time so Bonk and I can just like copy paste it ourselves. Making us work extra hard today. I'm making Bonk work so hard that like I should almost pay him for being here as a mod today. Okay. Cookie, welcome in. How are you? Okay, this is them. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate you. Might be time to look at a different bot app. I would say so, right? And right, Lily? Like the fact that if I didn't have a points card and swiped it at the grocery store, that I would be paying an extra $35 on top. For what reason? For what reason? There isn't one. And so that was like the cheapest grocery store, right? All of the other ones were so expensive. I was like laughing at the prices. I was like, who would even like go and spend money there? Got him, Bonk. Thank you. I'm sorry that this is happening again. Cookie. Shutterbug, good to see you too. Okay, now I can open all these myself. So one thing that was on sale this week at the store, and this is like something... Okay, typically I would like make my own butter chicken sauce, right? But then when we were working up at camp, we realized like how delicious it is if you like use a butter chicken sauce already made as a base and then just like add your own stuff to it, right? Like marinate the chicken with spices first, like do all the proper steps. You can add extra ginger and garlic like into your sauce and stuff, a little extra tomato, and it's just so nice to use as a base, and it just goes like a little bit further. And so it was on sale this week for $5 for the jar. If I go get the receipt, we could see how much it was regular, but I thought that was like a pretty good price because, okay, let's compare. Like I was spending $3 just on one onion, which you would use in the sauce, but this is all already done for us and blitzed up. So all of that's in there. But I did make, like before I was gonna go away, I shredded a bunch of carrot, onion, and celery all together and cooked it for probably like 4 hours on the stovetop with like half a pound of butter until it was like really cooked down. And I just made this like base of sofrito basically, or like a soup base is what I called it. And we're totally gonna add like a scoop of that to this today. It tastes so delicious. Hi, Brick Lane, how are you doing? We got a little like dusting of snow last night. It looks really pretty outside today. Okay, so that's the butter chicken, and then we're gonna use chicken thighs again. I already had them in the fridge. But I thought like the grocery flyer this week was so awesome because they had like chicken thighs and stuff on sale. So like if you bought the butter chicken sauce, you could make it easily cheap at home for yourself. I'm gonna debone the thighs again. I don't really like eating butter chicken with like bones in the meat. So we'll debone the thighs again today just to practice some more butchery too. And I'll just make a little bone broth on this side because that was so delicious last time I did that for myself. Like so nourishing. You cooked Cajun chicken thighs. Were they yummy? And then we're gonna make one of my favorite ever Indian style rices, which is inspired by an Indian restaurant that Sam and I would order from in Vancouver. And it's just like the best rice ever. This is the rice that like inspired me to cook rice the way that I do when we toast it dry and then like boil it instead of simmering. It's called Kashmiri rice, and you can basically load it up with like any fruits, nuts, seeds that you want. There is saffron in there, but you could easily use turmeric if you don't have saffron. Just like really filling and delicious to eat with butter chicken, and even just by itself to have in the fridge. You made a large thing of homemade chicken noodle soup. Use bone-in skin on thighs. It's so good for flavor, right? Like I know, like what, years ago they said like a low-fat diet was really good for you, but I honestly think like us eating the animal fats and stuff is so much better for us. Like no wonder we all have like joint issues and stuff, right? Okay, so let me just read the rice. There's like so many different spices and nuts and like I said, fruits in the rice. You can make it whatever you want, seriously. It's almost just like a rice pilaf, but done in a pot. It's so easy. Right? Like who cares about being low fat? You want that nourishment in your body. I was wondering if someone was gonna ask today, like, what actually happened, Lily. So yeah, I had to stand up for myself. So I got there and like this place was insane, by the way. Like it took so long to get up there on the bus. It was the driver's first time going up to that site. Like before you even get in, you need a security badge just to get into this site. Like what the hell? So like I still have it, and like my face that I made on the badge is so funny. It's like I knew what was to come, honestly. And so then we got like to this site, and like I understand why they say it was a lodge now, because it was totally set up as like a lodge slash hotel. There was a front desk and everything with like a front desk attendant. You had to get a key for your room, like a hotel key. I was like, the heck is this? And the dorms were 2-story. There's too many people there for me, honestly. Like for being in the middle of being in the middle of nowhere, there was too many people. She's like, yeah, in the next couple of days, we're going up to 700 to 800 people here. I'm like, well, that's not even what you guys told me to begin with. You said there was 200 people here. But anyways, so like I got all my stuff and they're like, okay, you have to do orientation at 2 p.m. So just like meet back here at that time. And like, I like to know what I'm doing when I first get to camp. Like I'll snoop around and like try and go find the chef and stuff and like meet people, right? Before you go to orientation, because why waste your time if you're not gonna like it? So I like went and got a snack because I was like literally starving, because we tried to stop somewhere for lunch on the way up and like everything was closed because it was January 1st. So we're all just dying on the bus trying to get up there. So I go into the dining room, grab some lunch, and this other guy that works in the kitchen, I guess, he's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I'm second cook. He's like, oh, I'm like the nighttime supervisor. He's like, he thought my name was Kayla. I was like, no, I'm Caitlin. He's like, oh, you're not even on the schedule. I was like, what? So that was like the first tick for me. You're not even on the schedule. I was like, what the heck? He's like, yeah, let's go see. So like he brings me into the back of the kitchen. And like straight up, you guys, my name was not even on there. And this other girl, I should have snoozed that ad because we're chatting. Just a sec. Can I still do it? There we go. Okay, so the other girl's name was Kayla, and I guess she just didn't show up. She just didn't get it on the bus even. Right? That was like the first sign. And so we're like, okay. He's like, well, what did you get told you were doing? I was like, I was told I was either gonna do salads or cooking during the day. And then the chef starts to walk in, and he's like, oh, chef's right here. Let's talk to him. I was like, okay, sounds good. And so the chef's like, okay, you're a second cook. This other girl didn't show up though, so you're gonna cook breakfast. Just like straight up like that. Didn't he introduce himself? No, nothing. Like I don't even know what this guy's name is even. So you're gonna do that. I'm like, cook breakfast? I'm like, no, I'm not. Like I actually said that to him. He's like, no, yeah, you are. And the like little sous chef guy that was beside me, he's like, you'll be fine. Don't worry, I'll be there. Was like, okay. Okay, is like all I said. And then I walked away, right? And then I went and messaged, or I went and like sat down to eat, and like I almost started crying, right? Because I was so overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do. So I just messaged Sam. I was like, this place is like messed up. They're trying to make me do this again because they've tried this like multiple times at the other site already too. I'm like, they're trying to make me do a job that's like paying less. He's like, F them, like stand up for yourself. And so then I went to my room, like just cooled off for a couple minutes because I didn't want to get like super upset and emotional over this because it honestly like wasn't worth the effort. Let's be honest. So I calmed myself down. And then I went back to the kitchen and I was like, hey, is the chef around? And at first they're like, no, he's not here. I was like, okay. The one guy's like, the sous chef is here though if you want to talk to him. And I was like, okay, I'll talk to him about my schedule. I don't care. So I start talking to him. He's like, I don't know about this. Let's go see the chef. And the chef was in the office the whole time, just like hiding in a back area. And so I was like, I need to talk to you. And I just like pointed at him and walked in his office and sat down. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm not cooking breakfast. Right? This story is like a whole movie, seriously. So I was like, I'm not cooking breakfast. Like that is a total different pay rate from every other camp that I've been to. And I didn't agree to this. You told me I was gonna do a different job. He's like, well, that's not how we work it here. He's like, sometimes things happen and when you get to site, your job is gonna get switched. I was like, okay, I've never been to another site like that where Horizon works like this. Right, it was so weird how he was hiding back there. He was like trying to listen to hear what I was gonna say or something. And so yeah, he's like, well, our site is different. And by the way, second cook makes the same as breakfast here so that you have like nothing to stand on there. I was like, oh yeah, and the whole time I'm like trying to talk to him, he's looking down at his phone trying to send a message. And like before I said the last thing, he's like, 1 second. Doesn't even look at me, literally holds his hand up until he sends the message. And he's like, okay. And I was like, just you doing this now? I don't want to work here at all. I'm going home. And that was it. I got up and left. And then I went and talked to the lodge manager and like she tried to talk me back into it. And I was just like, no, I don't even want to like work the salads now for you guys, even if you gave me that position. And so yeah, I made them late for orientation because I made them like figure out how to get me out of there. I didn't even care. And yeah, it was just so rude and so disrespectful. And another guy actually that bussed up with me the same day left the same day as me. So I got there at 1 p.m. the one day and I was out of there by 5:30 in the morning the next day. That was the craziest experience yet though, as far as camp life goes. I just thought, hey, like, would it be different on like the other side? Because I was working eastern side of Canada before for the company and this is like how their western side of it is run. No, no, no. Right? Don't look back. I feel like I just cut such a like big toxic cord, excuse me, cord that was like holding me back, right? Sam will just listen to the whole thing. And yeah, proud of myself. Like I didn't even cry when I was talking to everyone. Typically I would have got like so upset. It was like, boom, take this. And I just like, it's sad that other people probably have to go through the same thing, right? Like, no one really stands up for themselves from what I see. That was my test. That was seriously my, like, initiation for the year. If I didn't do that, I think things would be, like, going so different, right? So anyways, that's the story you guys wanted to hear. Oh my god. Okay, back to cooking now, which is seriously life. Don't ever ask me to cook breakfast. Let's just put it that way. And like, okay, guys, you know I can cook the breakfast. It's just something I don't want to do. And like, I wasn't warned about it, and there just like wouldn't be as much love. So that's why I don't want to do like that part of the job. I was like, I'll literally do anything else. But I just don't want to make shitty eggs for people in the morning because I know shitty eggs suck. So if your heart's not in it, don't do the job. Okay, what's gonna be the longest thing today? Probably like making the butter chicken, and then we can work on the rice, and then the side is very, very quick. Just the garlic sauteed spinach. The spinach bunches were 2 for $4 at the store this week, so I thought that was a really good deal. But I also found squash on sale for once. Look at this one, it's so adorable. So finally, so I don't know if it is on sale maybe where you guys are in the States, but look for it. I got them for 99 cents a pound. I saved $1.78 a pound. And this was for all the varieties of squash, but I thought butternut would just be like the most versatile. So like maybe we can throw a little bit of butternut squash in the oven to roast? I don't know, we'll see. I know, it was such a good grocery hunt this week. I didn't even get everything I wanted either. I might go back to this store like tomorrow or something. So I still want to get, there's raspberries on sale. There was like this high protein milk, but they didn't get their milk truck in yet when I went. And then they had like tuna, 3 cans for $5. I was like, I could eat tuna casserole. Okay, chat, so getting into lunchy here, or like early dinner, who's had butter chicken before? It's seriously so delicious. It's not spicy if you're someone who doesn't really like Indian food. It's just like the most mild and like heartwarming, nourishing dish ever. And I seriously crave it sometimes. So that's why I'm making it today. Eric, happy Friday, dude. How are you doing? Good to see you. You've had it, Mish? Do you love it or what? And like, I find it's pretty expensive to try and go out and eat Indian food now. So I thought, hey, let's see like how much this will cost us to make. And I don't think it'll cost us very much. It's such a good intro dish, right? If you're someone who can't really handle spices nor like spicy flavor on the palate, right? And the recipe that I linked from Cafe Delights is actually like really well done. I like all the things they do. They marinate the chicken with like yogurt, fresh garlic, fresh ginger, spices, all of that. So that's probably our first thing we'll do. Marinate chicken, and we have to debone it still. And then all of the ingredients for this sauce are so good if you want to make it yourself. But like I said, this was on sale. And I also wanted to like see how this tastes. I haven't had this. I don't even know if I've ever had it actually. But it's been a while since I've had anything from this brand. I want to see if it's still good or not. I don't know. Kim's not into spicy food, so butter chicken is perfect. Nice. Yeah, it is so good. And yeah, it's very popular in the UK. Did we snooze all of the ads, Bonk? Or there's only one more to snooze, I think. So much chats today. Never seen as many Indian restaurants before driving around Scotland and Ireland. Really? That is so interesting, Mish. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so like after we marinate the chicken, we're obviously gonna let that sit for a little bit, right? Because if you marinate it, there's no point to just use it and cook it right away. You could, but it'll taste better if you marinate it. So let that sit, and then we can get like a couple different aromatics for the sauce ready, like some extra garlic and ginger for sure. Make sure that is good to go. And then after the chicken sat for about an hour, I would say we're good to like sear it up in the pan and start creating the butter chicken sauce together. I'm gonna use the brazier that we have from Staub because this is gonna be pretty big batch, I would say, probably like a good 3 portions worth today. So I'll eat one today and then I'll have 2 portions to put away in the fridge. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like to eat a meal like more than 3 times in 1 week. If you are someone that likes to meal prep, I just get sick of it afterwards and then it'll probably just sit in the fridge and die. So yeah, don't make more than 3 portions of food for myself at once because that's what works the best for me. Okay, so if you're gonna make the butter chicken sauce yourself, you actually puree the sauce. You can either pour it like into a blender from the pan or just use like a little stick immersion blender to puree the sauce before you return the chicken back into it. And then because we already seared the chicken, it should be a pretty quick simmer in the sauce to finish it, like 10 minutes or so. Get it all bubbling and delicious looking. Right? Yeah, unless it's something I really, really like. But usually, like, if there's 2 portions in there for me to eat during the week, that is, like, more than enough. Like, if I eat it today, okay, that's Friday. Take a day, eat it Sunday, and then eat it again on, like, Tuesday or Wednesday. Perfect, right? And then we're into a new week of food again for stream. Me too, yeah, flavor fatigue. And like, that's not even to say that it's like not good, right? Your body's just like, I don't want that anymore. And you're like, dang, that's like kind of a waste. But I guess you could always just throw it in the freezer if you got to that point, right? Okay, I did pick up some nice cilantro for our butter chicken to garnish today. Obviously, we're keeping this gluten-free. There's no naan bread at all. What's butter chicken? It is a very delicious Indian dish. I'm just reading the recipe right now. 1 sec, I'll pop it in chat for you. That's the butter chicken recipe. Thanks. Bonk has all of the recipes that we're making today. Dal, it's all good. I don't even care, Bonk. We're working together today. I won't post them though. Since you're gonna post them, I won't post them. Literally our hero, Mish. Okay, KMF Moon says dal lentil stews are also friendly for people who are new to Indian food. This is very true. Yeah. Dal is delicious. And yeah, usually they're not too spicy either, right? Because like some of the other side dishes can be spicy. Like the potatoes and stuff can be really spicy for Indian food. Okay, I'll copy pasta the menu. But the menu's working, pretty sure. The menu works. Okay, Mish is on the menu. Yeah, dal is like rarely spicy. So to have like dal and rice and butter chicken for someone who's like intro into Indian food, oh my. And then like if they wanted to like try some other spicier dishes, just like take a little spoonful of the gravy from the curry, right? And then they can decide if it's gonna be too much, or even just like, sometimes if I want it a little spicy but not too much, I'll like take a spoonful of like the vindaloo sauce from the lamb and put it with the butter chicken, and then it's kind of spicy. You've never eaten a dal. Well, what are you waiting for? This is going great. Okay. Just finish my list here. So butter chicken marinate. We'll get the ginger and garlic ready. We'll sear the chicken. We'll bring the sauce together. We have cilantro for the garnish. And then after that, our rice. So what do I have in the house for like nuts and stuff? I think we'll do cashews and pumpkin seeds for the rice. Holy, an entire bag of Costco lentils in one semester. That's like actually so much cheaper than like making boxed mac and cheese though, let's be honest. Actually cooking lentils. Boxed mac is not inexpensive anymore. It's actually really expensive. Okay, so our nuts. We need cashew and pepita, I'll call them because it's shorter for me to write. You'd never eat a lentil again if you did it. Yeah, cheaper than ramen, that's true, and actually way better than you, or way better for you. Better than you. It's better than you, those lentils. Okay, so the rice, we're gonna put cashews and pumpkin seeds. I have dates that we can chop up and put in there. What else did they do? My gosh, you can put apple even? Let's put apple, because I have yummy apples in the fridge to use up. Even pomegranates or grapes if you had them for the fruit. And then as far as like the aromatics for the rice, saffron if you have, and I think I do. Might as well use it up. Hello? Saffron? I do have some. I have a lot, not even some, so much. We gotta use it up because it literally is going bad. Who called them and why? We didn't even do anything. I'm innocent, I swear. It's not gonna focus there. That's the saffron. It says it's Spanish saffron. So we'll use a couple of those. I'll show you what it looks like if we open it. Every time when I stream, that's what happens when you live on the emergency route and the bus route. So we'll put a couple of those just in some water to bloom. So nice. And I would say like saffron mostly gives color. And then secondary, it gives like a little bit of a floral sort of aromatic flavor, but nothing too crazy, I would say. It more gives color than anything. And so obviously with that being red, it's gonna turn the rice like this bright kind of orangey yellow sort of color. Not like this. It'll be like more yellow kind of turmeric. And then we can put bay leaves. I think I have cardamom, so I'll definitely put cardamom in there because that's so good with Indian food. Cinnamon stick, chili, ginger, fennel, onion if you want. And then you just put that all together in the rice pot. We are going to first fry the nuts in just a little bit of oil first, so they get like kind of crunchy and toasted, and that way they don't go like soggy in the rice. So we'll fry the nuts and then pop everything else into the pot with the rice. Add your water and cook it like that. It's so good. And this rice will take about 20 minutes on the stove top. Yeah, right? Earthy, like slightly floral. I think someone gifted me that thing of saffron. I honestly have no idea where it came from, but there's so much in there. Okay, and then lastly, our stir-fried garlic spinach. Pretty simple. We're gonna mince some garlic up. We're gonna saute that in a pan really quick. Pop all your spinach leaves in. We'll have to wash the spinach first, so I will write that down because it was like a bunch of spinach that I bought from the store, not just the clamshell. And then we got our garlic. And then saute it. If you have a little bit of white wine, it's always good to like kind of steam and deglaze it with the white wine. I like the flavor. And that way we can just like eat this all together in one bowl and it'll be really delicious. Okay, friends, that's all I got. I'm gonna pop up the butter chicken recipe so I can reference the marinade in a moment or so. But first we have to debone the chicken thighs. Clear off the board, we can finally cook. Only a 40-minute intro for stream today, it's fine. We had some things we had to chat about, right? Oh, one last note on the whole thing that I dealt with, because you guys know that I had to do like an insane fitness test and stuff before going up there. There's no way any of the other staff did the fitness test. Let's just put that out there. There's no way they passed. I was like, what the heck? Was this just like a way to not get me up here? Right, Eric? It's like, are you joking me right now? I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. Should we do like one at a time? Heck it, we'll do all of them. I'm just gonna wash my hand in a sec here. And like, what a foreign feeling, because we had to like scan our ID card before going to eat every time in the restaurant. What a weird ass feeling. I literally felt like I was in jail, you guys. Like, you're not allowed to eat unless you scan the card. So they're like tracking what you take and stuff. Ah, kind of niche. It like looked better than it was, let's be honest. Like their fresh fruit selection, because we always have to have like fresh cut up fruits at the camps and stuff. Well, we usually have like kind of 6 or 7 options. They had apples. What else did they have? Pineapple and only one other thing. So it definitely looked better than the whole place was. You know, when you like, there's just no vibes, it looks nice, but it's like so stark and industrial that you can tell there's no love. I don't know, Michael. That was just a whole crazy situation that I've never dealt with before. I'm also just gonna get a little pot, you guys, for the bones to put into. Because bone broth is life right now. So much love, right? And I will say, like, the day that we were leaving camp, the weather couldn't have been worse. It couldn't have been worse for us to try and get out of there. So for about 3/4 of the whole way driving, like, to Fort McMurray, where I had to go take the bus from to get back home, 3/4 the whole way we're driving through an insane, like, almost whiteout snowstorm. And this is just like a back service road where like no one lives. There's no other vehicles around unless like people are up early and working already. It was so scary. We were driving in the middle of the road the whole time. Because every time like a car passed on the other side, it blew so much snow around that you couldn't see where you were driving. The driver was so scared, like terrified. I almost asked him if he wanted me to drive, but I don't even think I would have been allowed to. Okay, that's our first chicken thigh, guys. That was how hard that was. And I think I'm gonna leave these whole. They'll just be like easier to sear and prepare. And then it's not weird to like eat your butter chicken with like a butter knife if the chicken pieces are big, but I think it's weird if there's bones in them. So we'll just leave that. Oh, and like the whole area up there, another reason why like I've never really worked the refinery side of things. So the whole area at camp, let's say we're about like 30 minutes or so like away from the site. As soon as you're getting kind of close like that, the whole place is covered in smog. I was like, this isn't like clouds. This is straight up just refinery smog that is trapped in the atmosphere up here, and it has nowhere to go. It was so disgusting. So I like asked the driver on the way because he had like nothing to do with the kitchen, so he had like no bias about like taking us from camp. I was like, do you guys like ever see the sun really here? Like it seems like you're always just like covered in smog. He's like, yeah, we like rarely see the sun. Like some days it might burn off a little bit of the smog, but like rarely. I was like, that's disgusting. I'd go nuts up there. Yeah, it was so bad. And so then as we were driving to Fort Mac, Bonk, we literally passed the refinery that this stuff is just like flowing out of. I was like, holy shit, that can't be good for us to be breathing in up here. Flood City! What? Subscribe for 24 months in a row. We're at the 2 years, friend. Thank you very much. How are you doing? I'm gonna trim this one. Just the extra skin. These thighs look nice though. Really like nice dark meat. Should be tasty. I remember seeing this layer like by the diamond mine as well last winter when we went to that one other camp on the ice road that didn't work out either. Oh shit. But yeah, that same kind of layer was there. So as soon as I saw it, right, I was like, that ain't clouds, man. I know exactly what that is. And it just gets so dark and gray. Obviously, when we're deboning chicken thighs, we really want to try to keep as much meat usable as possible. Don't leave a lot on the bone, right? It does take practice, though, over time. And then I always be sure to take those knuckles out, too. Oh, I would say, like, probably. You debone yours after you cook them. That's interesting. I don't know. I like to always debone mine like beforehand. Am I a lazy eater? I think I'm a little bit of a lazy eater, honestly, because like I really like to eat with my hands. Anytime I can like leave the knife, I'm in. Kate's a lazy eater, confirmed. But yeah, let's just say I don't think I want to have anything to do with the oiled fields ever. Like, ever. It's just not for me. Just like the people there, how the camp was. I'd rather like go back to my plywood shack. At least the air is like so nice and clear up there. And I know that the enviro policies up in Nunavut are really strict because my friend is the head of it. His family like owns the land up at the mine. So I don't think he's gonna let anyone F that stuff up, right? Okay, we're halfway through. They look so cute when like they're deboned. I always just want to like stuff them after I debone a chicken thigh. It's like, what can we put in there? So I usually eat like 2 chicken thighs a serving. I'm sure like guys like Samo usually eats 3 or 4. But for me, I find like 2 chicken thighs like this and I'm satiated. I'm good. I'm gonna try and keep this nubbin on this side though. There we go. This sneaky little knuckle on this side here. Oh, so this is funny what's happening up at like where I used to work, the original place where my roommate's the chef. So an electrician, I think I told you guys this before we left, right? Maybe not though. So an electrician cut a cord up at the exploration camp, it's called. And so like that's where everything is like plywood built and shacks. So an electrician accidentally cut the cord up there. And it was like the worst cord he could have cut. It was to all of the walk-in like fridges and freezers and everything that like the kitchen needs. And so my friends like tried to deal with this for almost a week now, and he's finally just like put his foot down, and they have to completely clear out and gut out the whole place, rewire it, and they're gonna reopen it. Like, you guys are insane. Just bring everyone up to the new camp and be done with that insanity of a spot. I feel so bad for Wayne though. Oh, and because he cut the electricity, so there's no hood vent, so they're not allowed to use the stovetop or the deep fryer. They can only use 2 convection ovens, that's it, without breaking the law. Like, the nightmare never ends for this guy. It really sucks. It straight up sucks. So like today they're working on clearing out the whole place. And like obviously trying to salvage food. And then they have to, all of this staff has to go up to the new camp and work together and cook for everyone there. So we'll see how that goes. It's gonna be like a couple months of construction. What the hell did Sam say to me? So for each cabin to get the electricity fixed in it, because each cabin you usually have like 1 or 2 people in, each cabin's $40,000. And there's like 100 and some cabins. The place is entertaining, to say the least. Is this? Okay, that's the last one. I was like, is this one done? And we'll marinate them up after this. Right? Yeah, first the cable's cut and you're like dealing with that, and then you still have to like follow laws so you don't shut the entire place down. It's such a crazy place. I love it though. Okay, we deboned them all. I think we'll just put them in a bowl, I guess. We'll sprinkle all the spices over, give them a mix up. definitely like open it up so you can season the flesh side of the chicken really well. Boom. Okay, just gonna wash up really quick before we start the next step. Sanitize this cutting board and the knife and myself. Because I hate when like chicken dries onto a cutting board, it's so gross. And it's really like hard to get it off too. Clean it up. Oh, nice. I like that. Do you still, like, make a broth after bonk, or you just, like, nibble on the bones afterwards and that's it? Because, like, I think we both like two different things. Like, I always like to have a broth to, like, drink or, like, possibly make a soup from. So that's why I do this first, and then I can still, like, put the little bit of meat in there into the broth. Just gonna fill that up with some cold water really quick and get it going. And then I'll go grab all the spices. We need, like, paprika, turmeric, garlic, ginger, probably cumin and coriander. There was also this one time at work where we were making butter chicken, but then we realized the chef didn't order any chicken to make the butter chicken, but we had turkey. So we made it with butter turkey, and it was actually so delicious. So I just want to say that's also an option. And then everyone just like went nuts for it. Everyone that ate the butter turkey was like, hey, when's the next time you're gonna make this? It's like, you guys are insane. Make them like one new thing, right? And they just go crazy. It's so funny. Okay, cumin. I got some cardamom. Turmeric, garlic. We need the paprika still. Better than bouillon is like the best. Seriously is. I stopped buying it for a bit just because we weren't home very much and like I didn't want it to go bad. But once I use up the other little broth bases that I have, I think I'm gonna buy that again. Just the like biggest thing of paprika you could ever need or want in your life. Okay. Let's check this out. So they say to marinate with yogurt. I'm not gonna do that step. I would do that if you were going to like let the chicken marinate overnight or like a good couple hours during the day. But since I want to like sear this up and stuff, I'm just not gonna do the yogurt part. But I will say it really helps keep the chicken moist, especially if you're gonna use chicken breast, which a lot of people do for butter chicken. Do the yogurt part of the marinade. It'll help it keep it nice and moist. For this though, I'm really not worried about the thighs drying out. So ginger, garlic. I think I do have garam masala, so I'll go look for that really quick. Turmeric, cumin, chili powder. It says red chili powder, so I'm just gonna use paprika and then just some salt for the marinade. So I added cumin. Oh no, they have cumin. What did I add here? Nothing. I have all the things that are proper. You can tell I've made this before. I think the biggest batch of butter chicken I've ever made. How big is that pot at work? You know, the one that I post when we like make the massive batches? Easily like 40 liters worth of butter chicken at a time. Because it's like 200 people, right? Hello? Garam masala? There it is. It was hiding in the back, in the shadows. Holy. One thing that I asked Sam for this year. What the heck? I'm just gonna tap that off. It's like stuck to the lid. Is for us to get a under the counter UV filter for our water system here. I want us to drink better water. That's like so much water, Bonk. It's really important for us though, right? I mean, we are made of it. Little bit of cardamom, okay. And then obviously the salt. I'm gonna do some black pepper too, because I like that with chicken. I'm not gonna go crazy on this salt because I don't know how salty the sauce base is. You can always add more later. I am gonna add a little bit of cardamom. This wasn't in the recipe. And then we'll keep this because we need it for the rice too. Now it's gonna make me want chai tea. I've also been like off of caffeine. I just like quit drinking coffee one day. And then I haven't drank it since. Because you guys know I was getting like super sweaty and stuff. So I just said heck it to the coffee, and ever since then I just like haven't touched it. It's working though. I feel like I have more energy drinking no coffee. So that's weird. Yeah, Samo doesn't drink any coffee up at work now either. This is the cumin. I went pretty heavy on the garlic. I'll go kind of easy on the cumin because it's pretty strong. Hi, Dust. How are you? I don't know what is with this like one hair, but it's being kind of annoying. So I'm sorry if I keep touching it. Okay, the garam masala. So this is like kind of just a mix of a lot of different Indian spices together. And then this is where like a lot of the color for the butter chicken comes from, is the turmeric and the paprika, the chili powder. I legitimately think like if I drink one coffee a week, that would be like perfect for me. My tolerance is so low. I went pretty crazy on the paprika just now. You're hanging in there, Dusty. Was it a crazy week or what? And I love turmeric so much, so I'm gonna do like a good bunch of it because it's really good for you. And I don't know, I really like the smell. It's like got this like earthy kind of dirt floral smell. Oh no, Samo, an oil leak? Yeah, coming off the holiday whirlwind. That got crazy like really quick. seeing everyone and stuff, and then I had to leave. That was a little bit too much for me, I think. Kate almost overdid it. Okay, if you were making the butter chicken sauce, probably keep all these spices by the stove, the ones that I'm putting away. Because I'm pretty sure they go into the sauce for flavoring too. But we're not gonna need them. We're gonna see how the Patax version is. Okay, I'm just gonna mix that with my hands now. Notice how I didn't even like really sprinkle anything on the skin side. $90. Oh, he's saying like it's cost $90,000. But yeah, he drives a lot. Captain Taft, hello. Happy New Year to you as well. All the good folks in Northern Alberta. I suppose we are in Northern Alberta. I like always consider us like more central, but maybe that is not the case. I saw Northern Alberta, it's not exciting, and I will say the highways are absolute garbage up there. You'd think with all of the money they spend on like the oil field industry in this province that they'd like maintain the roads better. No one gives a shit, man. Like straight up, some of the roads felt like how the train felt in Thailand, which we know is like a third world country, right? I was like, Sam, this is worse than taking the night train in Thailand and trying to sleep on it. You like go over some of the train tracks, boom, boom. You like literally get flung out of your bed. Okay, we're just gonna let this all sit together now. Literally just in the bowl like that. And it should like moisten because we added salt in there. We can give it a little stir if we want later. But that is it. I'm just gonna leave that out on the counter because we'll cook it in the next hour. Washing my hands up now so they're not stained yellow forever. Maybe it's like all of Canada then. I don't know. Is it not anymore? That actually makes me happy. I know it's like changed since I've gone, which was 10 years ago. Whoa. Because like there's this old guy that we work with. He's legitimately 65. And he's actually over there right now. He goes there for like 2 to 3 months at a time every winter. And he said, like, since the last king took power, things are really different there. Yeah, the more I know. Now it's not a third world country, so we can't use that phrase. Educate yourself. Okay, next up we're going to just mince up some actual fresh ginger and garlic. The ginger that I had, I popped in the freezer the day I left because I was scared that it might like dry out and go bad. Have you guys ever done this? You can freeze a ginger nub and actually just like grate it frozen. So that's what we're gonna do. And then I did get garlic on sale again, that big old bag that we were working on. I got another one of those. Look how much garlic. Blondie, good to see you. How is January treating you? Ah, that really tore open. That's probably good. I wrecked the bag. There's gonna be garlic everywhere. So much garlic, but we went through it last time without really throwing any out, so I thought that we could maybe do the same again. Very proud of us for that. There's garlic dust everywhere. You freeze your garlic too. Okay, I'm just gonna put a bobby pin in really quick because this thing is so annoying. It's like tickling the side of my face. I need to find a bobby pin. Get out of here, you little curl. Okay, I think I did it. Humidity in your house is so high that garlic doesn't last long. That's exactly how it was on the island too. Just goes in the greaser. And yeah, it won't sprout either, because then it, like Bonk taught us, sprouted garlic will taste like bitter, and it's not even really good for you when it sprouts like that. Makes it a little bit harder to digest. We'll just take apart that whole head. I might not use all of it. Just easier to take them all apart though. Okay, let's smash them. I think what? For the butter chicken, we have like quite a bit of chicken thighs. Probably 3/4 of the head of garlic. Wait, we should also like do this, right? Shake up the sauce and like try it. Oh, I didn't get it. If I don't get it with the bobby pin this time, just watch me like take the kitchen shears and cut the piece of hair off. Get it gone. Whoa, that was so satisfying. It doesn't smell like super strong. Let's see. I was thinking next month, if I'm home, I'm gonna cut my hair. We'll do it. We'll do it on stream together. That's gonna be good. Can definitely use the garlic though. It's got like all of the Indian spices, but we definitely need the ginger and garlic. Maybe we'll see how it tastes once the chicken gets in with the sauce too, right? Because we marinated the chicken with some tasty bits. A good base, but I will say like the product that we get at work in like this big ass jug is so delicious. Tastes way better than that. Mish has lots of hair like me. Well, yeah, because 15 centimeters, like, that's not a small amount to cut off. Peel it up. Did I hear anything back? Okay, so this is like the funniest and weirdest part of the whole thing to me. Is like, I went home, but I didn't quit. So like I still work for the company, I guess? I don't know. But Sam told me to quit. I'm just gonna use up some benefits real quick. Because the year just restarted, and then I'll ask for my ROE. That's what they get for putting me through that. That's like my mental payback for them, is to go get a massage. It's the weirdest, it's the freaking weirdest company ever. Obviously, can you guys tell? Like, who runs this place? Like, I literally left and haven't heard a thing. That is so funny to me. But like, imagine if I was actually a human that genuinely like needed the job and like I just went home, haven't heard a thing back. Like, hello? You'd think someone would like call and be like, yo, like what happened? Why didn't things work out? Can we put you somewhere else? There was no apology. Not at all. Let them figure it out. Oh, totally, right? Totally. Okay, let's get a little... Do I have a little container here? My dishwasher is clean. That works. Let's get a little cuppy. We'll just mince the garlic in, and then we'll grate some ginger in there too. Right? Exit interviews. Like, the world would just be so much better if there was, like, some things followed up after. And, like, let this also be, like, a lesson if you're someone that gets hired at an established place. A really great question to ask in your interview, if they're, like, filling a position that someone used to already work in, why did the last person leave? Always ask that question. If they ask you why you want to work there, ask them why the last person left first. And see what they say and see what their reaction is. The worst part of like about all of that was that they like drove me to the bus in Fort Mac, but I still had to pay my own way home. Sorry, my broth is going over. It's being sneaky deaky. I still had to spend 80 bucks on a bus ticket just to get home. They're like, yeah, we're only obligated to get you to the nearest dispatch center, and then you have to pay your own way from there. So, like, they make it almost too hard for most people to even leave. I had to pay 80 bucks to take that shitty ass bus home. I was like, honestly, I'd rather pay this than stay, you know? So now you can understand why I said, like, I felt like I was in a bad movie. Everything felt like it was a joke. It's like, is this even real? Okay, I'm gonna just trim off a little bit of this side of ginger skin I can see. It looks weird. Get my microplane. I think it'll be easy to do it on the microplane. Let's see. You just grate it up. It honestly grates so nice. Like, nicer than having the ginger fresh, in my opinion. It just cuts right through the ginger hairs. I never peel it. Yeah, trust your intuition too, right, Bonk? Usually my intuition is good. Like, I had a little bit of an anxious feeling going up there just because it was, like, new and I didn't know anyone. But, like, there's been times where, like, For example, I was supposed to like stay extra at work, and like you just know like there's something telling me like to not stay. And I've always followed that. Trust your intuition. She's never steered me wrong yet. I kind of want to make like a little ginger drink really quick with you guys. Because I have some Meyer lemon juice in the fridge. I might like make a little ginger lemon sort of iced thing. Why? Because it's refreshing. I'm still going. Still going with the ginger because I really didn't taste any inside of that sauce base. Like, see how as we grate it, the skin just kind of like pushes to the side? Doesn't even really go into the ginger that you're grating. Cool. Okay, let me get a little cup. Because it's good for us. There. Now we have to put this back in the freezer because we've already like frozen the cells. We can't thaw it again. So I usually just twist it back up in the little bag and that's it. Okay, next one, I'm gonna put a couple ice cubes in. Oh no, you guys are never sorry for bothering the streamers. Let me just like point that out there. Don't say you're sorry. That's like the guy driving up to me. Hi, I'm sorry, but will you be my friend? Dude. Just stop. Okay, this is my Meyer lemon juice, because you know I had to like zest and juice 4 pounds of Meyer lemon just to come home the next day. So we'll put a little bit of that. And then I think I might just do like a little drop of some vanilla syrup in. Ooh, we'll keep this in the fridge. And then I have this, which is like not super sweet. They're trying hard with the bots, hey? A ginger lemon juice? I'm okay if it's not sweet. The ginger like stuck to the ice cubes. It looks really cool. Okay, cheers guys. Health. Bonk. I wish I could like give this to you through the stream. It'd be so good. Mmm. I'm like so into mocktails lately. That's refreshing. I love the little like pucker from the lemon juice. Like, what did that take me? Like 2 seconds to make a little drink that made me happy? It's the little things, guys. It really is. Okay, our ginger and garlic. Good to go. And yeah, cheers. Exactly. Some of you saw some of the new emotes I switched out from Christmas time. Okay. We open the sauce. I think I'm gonna let the chicken sit for just a little bit longer in the marinade before we sear it and bring the sauce and everything together for the butter chicken. So let's get our garnish done. We'll chop some cilantro. Put this garlic away. Yeah! Cutest emotes. So I thought you guys would be mad at me today if I started the stream and it was still Christmas themed. I got organic cilantro this week because it was 50 cents more than the regular one. And I thought for myself, I could splurge the 50 cents and get the organic. And it looked like so green compared to the other one. That was kind of the only thing I noticed. Get another cup to put that in. Peach Delta 9 water. Oh shit, nice. Dry January. Never really follow anything like that. Cookie! How dare you disrupt the stream like that? Thank you for the 1,001. Nice, you evened it up even. 60% of the way through the goal now. That's a great way to start the year. Sorry to bother you. You're hilarious. Well, that actually, yeah, good point, Flood City. That makes sense. I always remember being really excited when I was young. It's like, okay, you get Christmas, but then you also get Ukrainian Christmas. So you get like extra treats after. I always got so excited. Mish, thank you very much. I appreciate you making things uneven and difficult. Thank you for the 1 bit. And there probably won't be any bit wars with Annie, just so you know, Mish, because he is deep into robotics season now. He let all the mods know. Uneven and difficult. Hi, Bob. You guys are the best. Okay, give that a little chop. Probably more than we need, but I like to make extra for the couple extra portions that I'll have to eat during the week. Phew. Michael's saving the day. Thank you very much. Mish just says no. Looks good enough to me. It smells good. It smells not too soapy. Like a proper cilantro. Also, I bought it because I got the avocados as part of that 4 for $20 thing from the store. Honestly, I don't think you can beat that. The 4 for $20 vegetables and meats. Get to see your nephew play in the All-American Bowl? Congrats, Cookie. Top 100 incoming college football players in the country. That is so, so cool. And like, I know how big football is in the States. So like, that's really good for them for like setting themselves up for the future. I hope they do good. Ohio State? I might have had a couple girlfriends that played soccer at those colleges. That's funny. Okay, cilantro done. I'm just gonna pop it in the fridge. Next we can get our rice stuff set up. We can fry up our cashews. And pumpkin seeds I also got on sale this week. I got them on sale bulk organic. I think they were like 30% off or something. I can't get into the cup. It's so sealed. So I got them raw pumpkin seeds. And then, so the cashews are actually already roasted. So we might not even have to fry those, but we can like give them a little chop because they're cashew halves. They're just roasted but not salted. They're so delicious, Cookie. Been trying to eat up like the other nuts that I have in the freezer. Finally got to the point where I could buy something else again. And I love to put those in my yogurt bowl. I'll toast a bunch up just to use in the mornings. And yeah, something about pumpkin seeds and like yogurt and fruit. I don't know why it's so good together. Okay, while I'm over here, grab the dates. And then we're gonna put fresh apple in the rice. Yes, yeah, korma is so rich too. We'd usually get like a veggie korma or something like that, because like the veggies in that dish are just delicious. Go like that is a good amount of each nut or seed. So those we have to fry up for a couple moments, but this we can just give a little chop. And then into a container again. You know how it is during prep time. Yum! What's the brand of it, Cookie? Probiotic coconut cream. I think I've seen something like that in this store. Been having the organic grass-fed vanilla yogurt that you can get at Costco. It's not bad. The Coconut Cult. Thank you for linking that if anyone else wants to check it out too. Whoa. They're flavored even? It's a monthly subscription. How much of that is a serving? Like just a couple spoonfuls or? Two spoonfuls. Interesting. Does it have a high protein amount? Like that's what I've been trying to really focus on this year, is just like getting more protein in my diet. You know, the thing that our muscles are made of. Okay, so that looks good. I guess we can fry them up. Just put them in at the end maybe compared to the pumpkin seeds. Get them a little bit more toasty roasty for the rice. Sure, why not? One gram of protein. I guess since it's coconut, it's gonna have like more carbs probably. Okay, that. Almost at the end of my dates. Gotta get some more. I'm gonna choose like the more kind of firm, dried out ones. And you don't need a lot. I'm gonna do 3. Nice, Michael. Oh yeah, because you like healthy things too, right? I mean, all of us like somewhat healthy things. I know this. So you gotta pit these. I usually just like peel it open in half. And then you can get the little pit out like that. I love that snowman emote. So happy I found him. Blocks of cheese are healthy. Yes, they actually are. I said it, so it must be true. Knew it, right? The fact that we even had to ask that question. Okay, so putting like sweet things in with rice can make it a little bit like more sticky and it'll burn quicker. I'm out of little containers, 1 sec. So just be aware of that when you're making this rice. When it's close to being done, watch the bottom of the pot. Okay, we're gonna do the apple next. Just pop it on top of there. This is how our chicken is looking. A little bit moistened and marinated. The salt's working its magic. It's gonna start to smell so good in here. I like to use like the ugly apples that got bruised for cooking. So I usually like pick through the drawer to see if any have a bruise. And then choose that one. That's the one. It's gonna be so delicious. This is like a really healthy meal today. I eat pretty healthy, I would say. There's a little bit of core on that one, but I'm not too worried about it. It's not enough to do anything. And then we'll just do like nice kind of bite-sized pieces of the apple. Not too small so it doesn't get like really soggy in the rice, but like not too big that it's hard to eat with everything. If you want to be like really fancy with this rice, you can do pistachios, and like the color when you put the green pistachios in is so nice. Prepping all this is making me hungry. Okay. Cashew, pumpkin seed, dates, apples. And then what are our spices? Remember, I said you can choose whatever ones you wanted. But we are definitely doing, okay, bay leaf. We have the cardamom here. A little bit of cinnamon because that flavor is really good. If you have a chili, for sure pop that in. I might just add a sprinkle of the Kashmiri chili powder to the butter chicken when we make it because the sauce is so mild. Okay, so bay leaf, cardamom, and cinnamon is what we're going to flavor the rice with. And it's really smart to use like a cinnamon stick when you're cooking. I find it makes it taste like not as sweet, a little bit more savory. I couldn't see the bay leaves. I went over in the dark by accident. You're on your 3rd meal. I'm jealous. So excited to eat this today. Hello, bay leaves? I found the poppy seeds. Oh yeah, because it's in a different container. I was looking for a bag. Someone's gonna put the command, I'm sure. Okay, boom. Cinnamon. Bay, and we got the cardamom over here. Now I'm just gonna grab the rice. measure that out in a container. I'm gonna make, what, 2 cups worth, I think? Maybe 1.5 cups. Did I get to see Astra? Yes. Yeah, I went and saw them, what, like the day before I left? Brought over the eggnog and like the pack of the Christmas treats that we made on stream together. She was so happy, oh my gosh. Like, just let her out into the patio area, and first thing she just like put her nose, just like flung up, put her nose on my cheek. Like, didn't like give a kiss or nothing. Just like booped me. It was so dang cute. And she just like would not leave me alone. This is a 2-cup measure, by the way. So I think I'll make 1.5 cups of rice. So we'll need 3 cups of liquid. Looks good. Oh yeah, she remembered me, and it was pretty cute because you could tell she was like, where's Uncle? Where's Sam? It was like, Uncle's not here yet. We'll have to come back and visit. Oh, this is what Rando told me also, by the way, which you guys are thinking is so dang cute. So my brother can't watch the stream at his house with the sound on when I'm talking, because Astra thinks I'm still in the house cooking. And so she'll want to go outside, and so he'll let her out, and she'll like look at the window through, or look through the window in the house, and she's like, well, where the hell is everyone though, right? She'll go out and be so confused. Be like, Dad, what the heck? And go back inside and just do that the whole stream. Like, I gotta go cook with Auntie. It's the best, having a cooker dog. Okay, I'm putting all these things over by the stove because like we're getting cooking right away. The last thing I think I want to prep is just wash up the spinach and have it ready to go. They haven't done any work. They got like to kind of a standstill for a bit there because the bank does not want to give them a mortgage for the style of house they're building. So they have to like source a loan and stuff through a different company to get the funding for it. But I think things will hopefully happen this year for them. I hope. Because it's almost been like, what, 3 years now since they started like working on things. I don't know. Okay, what else? Okay, just our spinach next, I think. And then it can be butter chicken and all the things. Whenever I buy spinach from a bunch, it always reminds me of the farm. It's like a lot of people aren't used to seeing spinach with the stems on like this. It looks so foreign, but it totally reminds me of being on the farm. So that's exactly how it looks when you pick it in the field. And I don't understand why they really cut off as much stem as they do. It has really nice texture and it's usable. So I just packed the spinach like this when I got home, picked through the bunches because like you can already see there's some leaves going bad again. Undid like the twist tie and stuff that they were bunched up with. And now this should last quite a while, so that should be enough for today. It's the weirdest thing ever, Bonk, right? I'm paying more for rent than my mortgage would cost, but somehow it's not possible. Merbapes, thank you for the follow and welcome in. I don't know if you guys been watching my stories on Instagram. I know you guys sometimes do. I found an amazing property this week up north. It's like expensive, but for what you get, it was like 400 grand for 160 acres. Are you joking me? Cookie, thank you very much. That is almost too much. Thank you. Bonk. That property. I would buy the whole thing. Yeah, 400 grand Canadian for 160 acres of like mixed forest farmland, and you're right on the river. In Alberta, yeah. And it's like, okay, 50 acres is already being rented out to a farmer, so there's already, that is gone. That's fine. You don't even need that part of it anyways. But yeah, I was like, that is an unreal setup. How nice it looked. So a lot of times when you try to buy land here, it's all just completely cleared already for a farm. But I'm just trying to see like the prices and the size of the property so that I can keep comparing as we go along this year. Because Sam's honestly thinking like we might be able to buy something by the end of 2024. Get the heck out of this crazy apartment. I don't know if it will still be up there on the story dust. It might be expired. And I was like, oh my gosh, it made me really excited. But I don't think we'll get that much land unless we can like super afford it. I was thinking 10 acres would be a lot. 10 acres is more than enough. It's hard to have 160 acres because you're always responsible for all of your land. How do you like keep track of that much area all the time? It'd be kind of stressful, I think. So I'm just, you guys can see I'm bunching these up, and then I just trim off the bottom part of the stem. And then we will give this a little wash up. Pat some of the water off. And then it's good to cook. I might give it a small chop before we cook it, because you guys know how spinach gets a little bit stringy when it's cooked. Don't like to choke on it. Like, look at how big some of these leaves are. It looks really nice, the quality. Right, Cookie? I don't know how much area my nephew has. I don't know how big the plots are here. Okay, so if you guys know a little bit about farms, how big is like one square plot when you're looking at like a Google Maps or something down at farmland? He has 3 of those. So I'm not sure how much land that is, but he has 3 of those. And I know that he does cattle and stuff still. And then when I was like looking it up, it looks like he's rented some of it out to store hay bales and stuff. But I don't really like that area. I want to be a little bit close to the mountains. Not just like in the middle of the prairies. Nice, Michael. Thank you very much. I have a personal Instagram that I'm quite active on. Just get a bowl and fill it with water and we'll rinse this. Is this gonna be big enough? I don't think so. Get the big bowl. I just thought that price point for that much land was crazy because when we were walking together on the 31st on stream, well, those little townhouses in the middle of the city were starting at 500,000. For what, you get 2,000 square feet to your name? Boom. We'll cover that in cold water, give it a swish. Because spinach always has this weird little film on it, I find. You guys know what I mean when I say that? It's always good to wash your produce from the store. Yeah, you still share walls with your neighbor. You still don't even have your own space. I'd rather buy a big piece of land where, like, people can come and live on it with me. Just gonna grab a little towel. We'll just take the spinach out of the water and just give it a pat. Because we're cooking it, I don't have to worry about spinning the water off because we're not putting any dressing on. But if we were making a salad from this, we'd have to get it really dry. Otherwise, the dressing wouldn't stay on. Oil and water aren't friends. Sometimes I'll just give this a shake over the sink, too. I like how nice and hearty these leaves are, though. They shouldn't cook down to nothing like how the baby spinach in the stores does. All of the snow removal companies are so happy today because like a little bit of snow fell that they could actually clear it and have something to do. So that's all I've heard all day. It was maybe a quarter inch worth. Okay, spinach. Washed. All I'm gonna do is fold this over and then just go like that. Yes, Mish. That's the thing that happens, right? Found that out working up north. Is when you get those massive drifts, it fills them in, right? It fills in the snow drifts. And then you get even more snow when it's windy. You got the car out, woohoo! Okay, spinach. We washed it. And then we just need our garlic saute. Easy. We're going over. You can finally get to cook on stream today. We're finally cooking. So I think we'll get the chicken searing first so that we can get the butter chicken getting together. And then we'll do the rice and the spinach last. Yeah, I was laughing at all of the snow removal companies looking for staff they're hiring. Because everyone probably quit because there is no snow so far this winter. So funny. Okay, turn that on to a medium-high heat. Probably gonna skim the bone broth while this is heating up. I have a little bit of veggie oil just in here. I've been just spraying my cast irons after I wash them so they don't get too dried out. Just gonna take care of my broth really quick. You gotta skim the scum. Take the impurities out. almost need more water in the pot already. Okay, I'm just gonna grab some tongs for flipping the chicken. So we'll get the chicken seared, and then we'll take it out of the pan, and we'll start searing the ginger and garlic that we minced together to make the sauce. So you can't really make butter chicken without butter either, right? So we'll use butter when we're going to cook the ginger and garlic for the base. That'll be so delicious together. Margarine chicken. Ooh, imagine the taste. If someone used margarine in their butter chicken. I died. Mish. Stop it. Holy shit. Margarine. That's how I say it. I think the pan's almost hot. Just getting the butter off of the knife. We're gonna go skin side down first. A little bit of sizzle. Nothing too crazy yet. I might need a bit more fat, but I was gonna see how much was gonna come out of the thighs. Let's go like that first, because we don't want to overload the pan either. I'm gonna put this little one in the middle. Happiness. And then we have 2 more still to do. And it's already smelling good. Mmm. Yeah, that's a hard no on the margarine. Okay, get a little pot. I should have used this little pot for the rice, but we'll make do. I guess I can use a roommate pot, but I don't like doing that. Today might be the day. What does he have? Whatever I choose, I just have to make sure it has a lid. That looks good enough for rice. The bonus of having 3 chefs in one house. Winning. Does this fit? That lid fits. Awesome. Yeah, don't tell him, okay? I don't know when I'm gonna see him, honestly. It sounds like he's gonna be stuck at work for a while. Okay, don't let the spices burn. Don't let the spices burn. Keep an eye on your chiggy chicken. I don't ever use margarine for myself, but we used it a bit at camp. I keep forgetting that we made this little drinky together too. But yeah, margarine is like good for vegans, right? So when you're cooking for a vegan or baking for them, you'll use margarine and not butter. It was such a foreign feeling. Do we need to come closer? Maybe a little bit. That looks good. Switching that up. Has anyone in here ever had a Indian food called a dosa? Your mom and grandma still use margarine? The smell is weird, right, Mish? It's got like this funk to it. That's what I always felt too when I used it. I was like, this doesn't even smell right. We're creating flavor on the chicken. Toast those spices up, baby. I'm gonna pop the butter in up top here so it can start to melt. It's gonna smell so good. You guys thought I was using a small amount of butter? Grow up. It's butter chicken. And I didn't find that there was enough of the butter flavor in the sauce. So while that's melting, I'm grabbing a spoon. That looks insanely good already. What's going on in that pan? Gonna start to turn it down just a little bit. The butter's gonna help it brown, right? You have margarine for when you run out of butter and you still don't use it. That's when you know. I love it, Val. This is looking too good. I don't even know what to say. I'm just gonna keep those up here. Okay. We'll pop this in now. Minced ginger and garlic, just to bump up the flavor on our sauce base. Look at how the butter's like foaming up. This looks so good. And I can't even describe the smell right now. I'm drooling. Literally. I'm drooling, I can't talk. Whoa. Okay, so we seared the chicken on number 6 on the burner, and now I'm cooking this on 4. So like medium low so we don't burn the ginger and garlic. And then what else did I have to add in here? So I had this. This is what I was talking about. The mirepoix garlic soup base. So when I shredded onion, carrot, the rest of the celery and garlic I had in the house, and then just cooked it with butter for 4 hours until it cooked down and there was no like liquid left in it. And now we can just take spoonfuls of that for like sauces or soups or anything like that for a little extra flavor and color, and it's just the best ever. So I'm gonna add that as well. I thought it would just like add nice color and sweetness to this. Mix that in. I think that's good. You don't want to get it too dark because then it'll affect how the color is in the end. So we're gonna pour this in now. Obviously rinse out the jar with water. About half a cup of water I think I just popped into there, and I'll give it a shake over the sink. Because this is gonna cook down, right? So we need extra liquid. And then I was thinking just a little bit of the chicken broth we could do as well. Thanks, Valk. See how this looks when we stir it together. Scraping all the little bitties from the bottom of the pan too. Now we can return the chicken back in. I'm just gonna put it skin side down so the skin just kind of melts into the sauce. Holy. And then with all the spices that we put on the chicken, it's also gonna help color the sauce as well. The turmeric, the paprika. Just want to see how these nestle in here, and then we'll add a little bit more liquid. So it's just covered, and then we can simmer it. So I have a ladle here already. Let's do a couple ladles of this chicken broth. I'm gonna try and get no impurities in, but we'll see. I don't think that'll happen. It's all go into the same place. Just nestling it around, giving it a little stir since we added the broth. And now we wait. Now we wait, we work on the rice and everything else. So we need a little bit more butter, I guess, for the rice. I can move the camera over to this side too, which is awesome. But can I stick this here? It doesn't really fit beside the pot, so I don't want to stick the rice pot there. Just a little bit of butter for frying the nuts. I don't think we'll need a lid for this until maybe the end. Just gonna clear off the counter. Okay, give me 1 sec while I reset this up. We're going over. Oh, and the only thing we have to do on the butter chicken is just turn it down a little bit if it starts to simmer crazy. Haha. Going all over. That's a great view. Okay. Medium heat on that. This is already smelling really good. I'm just gonna turn it down to like 2.5 from 4. I'm gonna add some more water to my chicken broth in this moment. So we already cooked it down by half, and we just took some out too. If you guys would order Indian food, what's like your typical order? Sam and myself, we like to order a mix of a lot of different things. Like usually at least 2 different proteins. We might actually need a lid. We'll watch how this is like bubbling and splashing. But usually we'll always order a butter chicken, even though it's something like so easy to make yourself. There's just something about it. So good. And then maybe a lamb vindaloo or a beef dish. Yeah, marsala is also good. There's so many different options. And then like obviously a rice, some naan bread. If we're feeling snacky, you can get pakora or samosa. Okay, so all of the rice things are over here. Just group them together. At place I tried making Indian sushi. Let's say it didn't work out. Mish. Chicken tikka masala, lamb vindaloo. Oh yes, yeah, the palak paneer. Oh. Garlic naan and a little bit of raita. And then the other one that's really good is like the chutney sauce that they give, or the green chutney too. Like the red chutney and the green chutney for dipping. Oh, why is it so good? We're gonna wait for our butter to sizzle a little bit more before we put the pumpkin seeds in. And then get a little bit of water in our cup ready to go. We're gonna need 3 cups of water for our 1.5 cups of rice. What's the difference between tikka masala and butter chicken? That is a good question that I should honestly know the answer to. I feel like tikka masala doesn't have, obviously, the butter and the cream. And maybe not the tomato. And then isn't chicken tikka usually grilled first? Tikka masala is more sour. Yeah, it doesn't have the rich creaminess that butter chicken does. Good one, Mish. Mish is our Googler today. So if you want something really mild, choose butter chicken. If you want it a little bit more like spice forward, but not spice-y and tangier, then you choose tikka masala. So let's say this. If you can eat dairy, get butter chicken. If you're dairy intolerant, get tikka masala. Okay, it's time for our pumpkin seeds. See, the butter's like a little bit browned. There's one more handful. Toast it up a bit. And I think this bubble back here, the way that this is bubbling is pretty perfect. Just gonna swivel my pan around because sometimes the burner's uneven. Nice. So the pumpkin seeds are just starting to like pop. Just stir them around. I love this sound. And we'll get the cashews in, and then we'll pop the rice kernels. And maybe the saffron thread, so I'll open that up. Roasty toasty. I love how pumpkin seeds like puff up when you toast them. Okay, ready? Cashew. We can pop the rice kernels in there too, heck it. It'll cool down the butter just a little bit. Stir your rice, because we can toast that as well. Okay, this is like 5 or 6 little saffron threads. I'm gonna pop the apples and the dates in now too, just to get them distributed. Okay, and a little bit of spices. So we're doing cardamom. You can either do like a pod, or I'm just doing a little bit ground. A bay leaf. Why are these so small? Boom. And a cinnamon stick, which I might break in half because they're really big. I don't need that much. Just a little bit of a cinnamon. Stir your spices in with the rice. Okay, water time. This is the first 2 cups, now we need 1 more. And I'm gonna turn up that burner. You don't know what's going on with that rice, but you like it. That's called Kashmiri rice. Biryani is so good too, Val. Good one. For 3 cups of liquid, give that 1 more stir. And I think I might do a small pinch of salt, or actually, take it 1 step further, just a little bit of vegetable base, whether it's powder or liquid. This will add flavor as well as some salt for seasoning. That should be good. I'm not gonna put any pepper in the rice. And we'll see how colored it gets from the saffron. I might throw a couple more in right now, because I have a lot to use up anyways. I like feel bad about this. Using way too much saffron. Now we'll pop the lid on. That's the same lid from the chicken. Okay, guys. That shit's expensive. The saffron, yes. Some Peshwari naan. Wait, which one is the Peshwari naan? What is it stuffed with? I love when they stuff the naan breads with stuff as well. What, one of the best ones is like a coconut honey one or something? Insanity. Okay, one last thing for us, our spinach. Come back to the cutting board while we're waiting for this stuff to come up to a simmer anyways. And we're just gonna give this a little chop. We're just giving it a dry on this side. It's not the driest, but at least it's washed. I think I'll just take it all in one bunch. You can pop it back onto that towel if you want. We might have to do this in 2 handfuls. Okay. You get free potato stuffed naan if you eat in. I would always eat in then. Like 1 inch thick pieces should be good. We're using the stem and everything. And then, so how I would make the mass amount of butter chicken like this at work is, you guys know my food processor that I have here, the RoboCoupe. So we have the same one. And I think I would usually take like nine or so onions and like a shit ton of garlic, and I would just pop it in the food processor, blitz it until it's like pureed onion. And then that's the sauce base, and then you don't have to puree your sauce after everything's in the pot. That worked so, so well. Okay. Our little spinach bunch. Bring that over. I was thinking the butter chicken will probably be done before we do the spinach, so we can just take the chicken off and then use the burner that it's on. Just in a frying pan here. And look, we gotta look at the rice. It's happening. Do I have to turn it down a little bit? I think so. Nice, the saffron's working. Holy, that smells good in there. I'll just pop the lid off just a little bit to let some of the extra moisture out. How's this stuff? Chicken's feeling pretty much cooked already. Amazing. You can give them a flip if you want to. If like a little bit of it was sticking out. So next we'll just mince a little bit more garlic for the spinach. Yeah, the rice went yellow, right? We know the saffron's working. These 3 cloves of garlic is probably good. I saved the garlic press too because I knew I would need it again. Yummy, yum, yum. Okay, I'm gonna put some spices and stuff away while we're waiting. Okay. We're almost there, guys. How is this? It's looking really good. Just gonna keep it slightly covered still. I think that's really beneficial when you're cooking rice. I'm gonna grab a spoon and see how our butter chicken gravy is tasting. Gotta add anything? It is so good, Val. Yeah. I love the way that Indians make potatoes. Mmm. That actually tastes way better than what we started with in the jar. Want another bite? That is getting close to being proper. Popping all of those spices onto the chicken really makes a difference. Because then when you put the chicken back in, it just like flavors everything. Don't know like how cooked the rice is. I don't want to cook it too quick. I guess we'll see. It's so much easier to just cook rice in the oven and not even look at it. The way we did that pilaf the one day. Okay, I guess I'll look for a bowl for plating. Do we want it in a black bowl or we want it in a white one? These are the questions I have. I think this white one because there's a little bit more surface area. And then I'm gonna temp, see what our chicken breasts are at for being cooked. Oh yeah, they're all cooked through. So really we just have to dial in the sauce on the butter chicken and you're good to go. But the nice thing about using those skin on thighs is that little bit of fat, and same with the chicken thigh, just the darker meat can yield a little bit of a longer cooking time. Just gonna turn it up a bit. The sauce is not watery, but it can definitely be like thicker. I want to see how cooked this rice kernel is. Oh no, I dropped some rice in the chicken broth. The rice is basically cooked, so I don't think we have to worry about it cooking too quick. Is anyone gonna try making this rice at home? I think they make it better at the Indian place, just because they're better at that kind of stuff. But it's still really yummy at home. Just let it finish steaming. The simmering sound is really nice in here right now. The sound of the butter chicken. I always like dig to the bottom to see if there's any moisture left. Okay, so most of the moisture is like cooked out of the rice. Let's just give it a stir. Like I said, remember the bottom, because of the dates and the apple, there's a bit more sugar in here. I'm also gonna take out the cinnamon stick, because I don't like when it tastes too strong. It gets a little sticky too from the sugars. Okay, just gonna put that on really low heat now. Do like a 2-minute timer on my watch, and then we'll take that off of the heat. Florida's trying to call me. I said not today, thank you though. It smells so good, Mish. It smells so, so delicious. I'm gonna open the window a little bit more. I really heated it up. I still gotta go for a walk today, too. The sunrise is like so late now, 9 in the morning. That's not early enough for me to walk before like stream and stuff, because when the sun is just rising, there's still like creepy people outside, so I don't like going for walks when there's creepy people outside still. So now I wait till the afternoon, but then there's also creepy people that ask you to be their friend, so there really is no good time to go for a walk in the middle of a city. Let it be known. That is why I need 160 acres to go for a walk on by myself. Let's see this rice. Check it out. Okay, it's starting to stick to the bottom. Shut it off. So it doesn't turn out quite as fluffy because we use jasmine rice. If you use basmati though, it gets like a little bit lighter. I'm gonna have a small taste before we cover it up and say it's a-okay. I want to say it needs salt. I better just stay inside. So we're just gonna put a little bit of salt in there, and then we'll take it off of the burner. So it'll stay warm, no problem. Who dat? And then we'll switch over to the butter chicken together. Who's this coming in with us, subby? Vicky! Our second 2-year resub today. Thank you. That wasn't you calling? Okay, I wasn't sure. Thank you for the 24 months being part of the kitchen crew, friend. Whoa! You guys are nuts today, seriously? Just because it's a new year. Thank you very much for the 2,400 bits as well. And thank you, Mish, for the 1. You know that. Okay. We're gonna come over, and then we gotta do spinach too still. I don't know how crazy this view is right now. But whatever, it's live. It's live streaming. It wasn't that crazy. That is how that's looking though, and I would say that looks quite good. See how we are now with the sauce consistency. We gotta go more. 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 And then how's the flavor too? Do I need to add a little bit of salt? It's yummy, Vicky. I'll add a very small amount of salt, but I'm not feeling like it needs a lot. And then another way that I always kind of brighten up the flavor of butter chicken at the end, if you feel like it needs it, is actually lemon juice. Just a little bit of lemon juice acidity cuts through all that richness. And just pop the rice here. Couple more moments on this and then we're good. I mean, you can really make your sauce as thick or as watery as you want it. I would never make a watery sauce though. Like, what's the point, right? You might as well just make soup. Yeah, acid instead of salt. Or you can do both together, is like very balancing flavor. Everyone always thinks like, oh my gosh, this thing is like too salty. I should add sugar to balance it, but you actually add lemon instead, or some sort of vinegar, right? Whatever you like. Yeah, when the bubbles start to get scary, you know the sauce is thickening. Just give it a little swirl. I might actually just move it to this smaller back burner here, and then we can finish the spinach while it's going. Just careful while you're moving it. It's like scary. Molten. And so same thing with this cast iron. I just sprayed a little bit of nonstick in it after I washed it, but we are gonna cook the spinach with some butter. I've really made no dishes today either. This is crazy. I have some cutlery and like 3 cups. That's it. Okay, and a bowl and some tongs. It's butter miche. It's not butter chicken, it's butter miche. We need this spatula for this spinach. Spinach to win it. Get our garlic. Margarine miche. We'll let the garlic fry up a little bit by itself. And you do want some salt and pepper nearby when we're making this part. Seasoning is important. Okay, the butter's going back in the fridge. I think we're done with it. I'll get the wine out. This is such a nice, relaxing meal to make, too. Nothing is really difficult, it just takes a little bit of time. What? Bubs! Happy New Year! Welcome! I'm honored to have you part of our stream today. And Dust, thank you for gifting this sub to Baby Bubs, a fellow food and drink streamer. What else? I see you're doing podcasts now. That's freaking sweet, dude. Sam sent me the photo the other day with you and Cupins. Guys, go give Bubs a follow right meow so you can check him out when he's live next. Happy all of the things, right? Okay, I'm gonna start to put the spinach in because we can see the garlic's getting golden brown. We don't want to burn it because it tastes gross if you burn garlic. Mix it. Mix it in with the garlic. It'll cool it off. Don't burn the garlic. And then next, we'll do our little bit of wine to steam it and cook it out. And then we'll sprinkle our salt and pepper. That's it. It's a Pinot Grigio, just a nice little white wine. Nothing crazy. Cubans had you on. It was fun. I believe that. You two together? Of course. And now we're just gonna let this cook down until there's no more moisture. I love the spinach stems. Those are underrated, I would say. No one really buys bunches of spinach anymore. The seasonings. How's this? She getting thicker. You know it's good, the butter chicken, when the oil slicks on top. That's when you know. With like literally any curry you make, you cook it until the oil slick appears on top. After that, you can choose to serve it whenever you want. But until that point, she ain't done. I love how spinach just cooks to nothing. Seriously the best. What the heck? They think I was well behaved, chat? That's funny. That's funny. This ginger lemon drink. Okay, is this good? I would say that's good. I don't want to cook it any more dry than that. And then just to like keep it all nice and warm, just bunch it together like this. Okay, we're gonna start to plate. That's so perfect. It's a little bit sweet too. I haven't had sweet spinach in a while. Good job for being so good this year for 5 days. Do you know me? Too perfect. All right, this is it. We're gonna go rice, butter chicken, spinach. 3 components. Cookie. I don't know, Cookie. Have you been good this year? maybe you could have some of it. Our Kashmiri rice. Even still, the saffron didn't color it how I expected it to. Interesting. But this is like a rice mixed with, ooh, shit, I'm throwing it everywhere. Fruit and nuts and a couple of spices. It's like sweet and savory. I really like to have it on the side though with Indian food. And you should have used basmati. I just used jasmine because that's what I had in the house. I don't like buying extra stuff. We did cashew, pumpkin seed, fresh apple, date, and then we did saffron. What else? Cardamom and a little bit of cinnamon. I'm totally gonna do turmeric next time. Because, yeah, it doesn't look as good as I thought it would. Does that mean I have shitty saffron? It might. I don't think I'm gonna eat all of this spinach. I kind of made like 2 portions worth. Because it's quite filling once you cook it down. And you just don't need to eat that much greens, let's be honest. Like, we need fiber, but not that much. Okay. This stuff, though. That's dangerous, just even holding that for you. You know, I didn't, Cookie, because I wanted to see. Because I know you should, like, bloom it first. I was like, what's the difference? It actually makes a difference. It actually makes a difference. Bloom your saffron first and it'll color it better. There is a reason why people say some things online, but not everything is true. We know this. Okay, these are chicken thighs. We debone them first thing on stream, and then I just have some bone broth chilling on the stovetop for like the next day. And then we marinated them with some spices for an hour, and then we seared the chicken and brought the sauce together. So I'm gonna do 2 chicken thighs. Holy, the way that the sauce is just like sitting on the chicken. Whoa. And that's the oil slick I'm talking about. You see the one? If you're trying to be healthy, I don't know if butter chicken is the low-fat option for you, but it's definitely the nourishing option. I'm gonna switch this over. Don't touch the bottom of the pan, because that's probably really hot. And then we just have our cilantro. I almost called it culantro by accident. Cilantro. This is such a simple, inexpensive dish to make. Holy. Me too, Cookie, yeah. It's like I focus on getting just natural sugars, and I actually eat a really high-fat diet now. And the body's happy. Okay, just getting my phone for the photo. We did it, chat. Another day. We're back. We're back for business. Thank you. Always need so much light to get the proper photo in this kitchen. Now who's gonna make this coming up? Because I inspired you. Like Bub said, butter chicken's life. Okay. Need a fork. And maybe just a butter knife to cut the chicky thighs. I'm so ready for this. I really like the consistency of the sauce too. Sometimes it's really, really thick. I don't know, that's not a bad thing. Where is this gonna chill that it doesn't fall? Stay. I'm seriously drooling. I'm gonna go for this meaty morsel first. I mean, obviously we can't really like tell or see the chicken meat or if it's dry or anything like that, but I'll let you guys know when I eat it. Hi, Yet It Is. Happy Friday to you. Hope you had a good day. I don't want to burn my face. It's hot. Honestly, Lady Grey, I hope I make their tummies grumble a bit, because there's times where they made my tummy grumble too. For example, on New Year's Eve, the day before I was leaving, I was like packing and doing laundry, so I was like in and out of the house a lot because laundry's upstairs. Everyone had their doors like open to their apartments, and the smell of people cooking on New Year's Eve was not even fair. Not even fair by any means. And I'm like eating like leftovers out of the fridge, right? It's not dry at all. Holy. That is so, so good. I don't know if I've ever made it with thighs like this before. I thought the chicken skin might be kind of weird, but we cooked it skin side down first in the sauce, and it really just like melts in your mouth. Wow. Okay, look at how the rice soaking up the sauce. Looks like we have a date in there. Mm-hmm. Why is that so good together? It's like sweet and savory. Yeah, gimme. I want this. I'm so happy I made this. I was inspired because Sam had butter chicken, what, last week at work or earlier this week? And there is an Indian cook up at camp that's a legend, Raj. He's awesome. We were like friends. I was like, did Raj make the butter chicken? And he's like, yeah. He's like, this is like the best thing I've eaten the whole rotation. And so then when I saw the butter chicken sauce on sale at this store, I was like, I'm totally making that. I have chicken in the freezer. It's happening. Okay, let's see how the spinach is because I haven't eaten any yet. Who cares about veggies? Really nice, simple little side. I thought it might be weird. Never had butter chicken with spinach like that. It's yummy. Thank you, friend. I'm happy I made this with the big pack of thighs. So I think we had 7. Oh no, we had 7. I get extras. That's a yep from me all around for sure. And look, this little thing came out of the bobby pin just in time. Just in time to be annoying. Hey guys, we made it through a Friday stream all together. With some folks that I actually didn't expect to be here, so thanks for hanging out with me all day, friends. This was fun. I'm happy I came home, let's just say that. Because I'd be working nights right now up at that camp, so I would like never talk to you or Sam. And I'd just be cooking breakfast, don't worry. Okay, who are we gonna go raid? You're welcome, Val. Thank you for being here. Gramblorf, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Who do we got? What's going on? Can we find someone new? Don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow. And we are doing a lot of baking the rest of the weekend for the cookie boxes for everyone. We can go raid Darth for Baka, I think. That sounds nice. It's crazy how popular food streams are if you don't speak English. Yeah, cookies! Yeah, great balanced frugal meal for solo folks with leftovers for a couple days. Yeah, I was really looking forward to this one, Bonk. I'm glad I chose it. Just making sure I wrote this right. I believe so. Excuse me. And yeah, totally, right? There wasn't much I bought this week that wasn't on sale. And that was such a good feeling, honestly. Compared to like just making a menu and then buying the things at the store and then being stressed when you go to pay for it all. You don't need to have that happen, right? It turned out so good. And all the recipes are in Discord, so just check them out in there if you want to make it for yourself at some other time in your life. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, we're doing baking. The menu is in Discord if you want to see what we'll be doing. Should be really fun. 11 a.m. Pacific is when we're going to start, so I hope to see you then. If you're a little late, that's okay. It's the weekend. Sleep in. Get your sleeps in. Get your rest. Friends, lots of bits today. You guys are crazy, so just thank you very much for that. I don't know what to say anymore, but thank you for crushing our solar fund. And yeah, I hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks for all the subbies too that were long term. 24 months, what? Okay, that button's about to end. I'm gonna hit that button. Bye! Have a good day, everyone.